I had to distance myself from certain people.
Oh, me too, girl. You want to talk about my dad?
I do, because it's so painful to...
My aunts are over there.
Hi!
Sorry.
Hi, guys!
My mom's sister is over there.
Oh, hello!
Hi,
Oh, my goodness! I'm so honored to meet you guys. As I ask her, you know, did you notice a time in her life where a real shift occurred?
I was out in California when she was breaking down.
And may I ask, like, what did you witness at that time? Because...
She just was losing herself.
Yeah.
Every little thing she couldn't handle. And that's what a nervous breakdown does. You just can't think straight.
Yeah. I think also, like,
And her father was still in her life.
Yeah, way to bring it back, Aunt Eileen.
By the way, that is, thank you.
Yeah, and so
is that around the time when you became, and it takes so much bravery to distance yourself from a family member.
Correct. And, you know, for me, once I kind of quit drinking and started healing, and I did a lot of work with my therapist, in particular with the relationship of my dad, who was still in my life at that time. And throughout the years, he's done a lot of horrendous things. And I've tried to separate myself from him, but I didn't have, you know, boundaries. And he'd find his way back into my life. And then the, like, catalyst event for me was I had an ABC 2020 special air, and he was not being well received. And he sent me a text that said, I can't believe all the stress you've put me through. I never want to talk to you again, period, ever, period. And I went, all the stress I put you through? You never want to talk to me again? Okay, blocked. And I blocked him on everything, left an email open. But that was like the beginning of this boundary setting.
Has he ever apologized for anything?
I mean, he said the words, but his actions don't follow up. And to me, that it's just more of a tactic to get me back into his life. I did a lot of work on that, and I had to really look at a timeline of our whole relationship and realize the devastation he caused. And remember that every time he pops an email back in, hey, are you interested in seeing me? I just send him back a meme of Randy Jackson from American Idol these days and said, that's going to be a no for me, dog. Like, I do, because I can't. I'm protecting my peace at all costs.
And so you were with your mom, right, Mary Jo?
Yes, I live with my mom now. We live together. She is 70 years old. She's actually filming a movie about her life right now, coming out in January. Maybe she'll come on the show, girl. Bring her on.
I would love that.
And it's about
How
her.
is she doing?
You know what? She is doing wonderful. You know, she goes to the gym every day. She takes care of herself. She's aging. You know, I see a little bit of a decline from all of her injuries. Her brain is being affected because her carotid artery was severed in the shooting, and lack of blood flow to her brain and stuff. But when I was 9, you know, our relationship really changed because she became this entity. And even though she was driving me to ballet class, you know, she was still severely injured. Being a gun violence victim is no joke. And so we lost out on a lot. And so it's really cool to have that time back now. And it's so special. And I love her. And we are healing and we are peaceful.
And you now dedicate your life. You have like a double degree. You went to college and doubled down.
Doubled down, baby.
And what was your intention?
When I got my first master's degree in clinical psychology, I'm now working as a therapist at a treatment center in LA. I realized who these players in my life were. So I saw my dad as someone who lacks the ability to feel empathy and remorse and guilt and shame. And if you are a person that doesn't have those feelings, you don't have the barometer to make a choice of what's right and wrong. Like back then, it was very exploitative, very tabloid culture.
Yes, it was.
And they turned my tragedy into a comedy, and that had very devastating impacts on my psychological well-being. And only until I got this master's degree did I really see the impact of it. And now I have a second master's degree in media psychology, and I'm working on a PhD, and I'm one of the very few, thank you.
Do you see what I'm talking about? I read this article, and I'm like, I'm marveling at you, and I feel fortunate to see you, celebrate you, have such a deeper understanding of the human experience, be in awe of what you've done with your life. I find you absolutely admirable, and it's an honor to get to know you.
Thanks, girl. Thank you for amplifying my story, because, you know, I think we're finally starting to see the impact that exploitative and sensationalist kind of storytelling has on people. And we need to stop amplifying the voices of perpetrators, plain and simple. There should not be movies, the Amy Fisher story. There should not be movies, the Joey Buttafuoco story. Enough. We need to amplify the voices of survivors, co-victims, how they get through it, solutions, all that stuff. I think psychological safety and reality-based programming and in true crime is a necessity. And people like me are being chewed up and spit out at alarming rates, and people are killing themselves or drinking themselves to death. And it's no joke, right? It's a tragedy here. And so there's ways to tell stories without being so exploitative and without being so sensational. So that's what I want to see moving forward.
I want to champion you doing that. I'll do anything I can to support.
You want to produce my Buttafuoco? My one-woman show, girl?
Yes, I will.
I would love to. And you're hilarious, isn't it?
And you can play me.
And we'll have a sense of humor.
You can play me this time.
You guys, Jessie Buttafuoco.
Thank you for having me.
There are no words except for beautiful ones. We'll be right back. Let's go meet your